Okay, I'm going to show you guys how you can find some good information that you can use to do research, and I'm going to show you how you can save these articles so that you can find them again. I know a lot of times we find really great articles and we've got lots of information, and then when we go back to try and look at that same article again the next day, all of a sudden we can't find it. So you're going to see how you can save some of these sources as well. So from ClassLink, you're going to go to this follett icon. It says it's the Media Center card catalog or Destiny. We're going to be using Destiny to do our research. So once you're inside Destiny, you want to make sure that you are logged in. And most of the time when you log in through ClassLink, you'll be logged in. Every once in a while, someone will have to log in. So you can tell if you see this little person, this little head over here, then it means you're logged in. You might see the words log in right here instead. And if you do, just click on that and you would enter your normal username and password to log into Destiny. So this is our regular Media Center card catalog. We're going to build a collection of articles and things that we might use for our research. So from the little menu over here, you're going to go down and choose collections. It's going to bring up a screen that has public collections. We don't want to see anybody's collection that anybody's already made because we're going to make our own for the topic that we are researching. So if you just click on private, then you're going to click this plus sign to create a collection. You're just going to give your collection a name. I would suggest using the name of your topic. So I'm going to type in that name here. You don't need to worry about the description. I would leave it set at private and just hit create. You now have a place to store different articles that you find. So I'm going to go ahead and search for swimming and see what it shows me. When I search for swimming, it's going to show me all the different types of resources available. Books are going to be here at the top. And you'll notice it's got the tale of Emily Winsnap. That's like a fiction story about a girl who turns into a mermaid. So it's related to swimming, but it's not going to help me at all with this topic. You would be, if you found a nonfiction book, you might want to look at that and see, use that while you're in the Media Center to do some research. So I see here there's this book about swimming. If I click on it, tells me it discusses the history of swimming, the development of swimsuits, swimming equipment, training methods, accomplishments of superstars. This looks like it's got a lot of information about swimming, and I bet it's going to have some information that I could use in my magazine. So to save this, to remember this resource, I'm just going to hit add to collection, and I only have one, but it's going to make me hit add again. And now I've saved this as a resource so I can remember. You can't read this book online, but you'll just remember that we have it in our Media Center, and you might want to go grab it off the shelf while we're in there doing some research. You can't check it out because other students might need those same books, but you can use it in the Media Center while we're in there. So I'm going to go back, and the big thing that you're going to be using is the databases. So if you click on databases, it's just going to give you those. There are a lot of different databases. It takes a little bit of time sometimes to find them. Some of the databases are more useful than others. And I'm going to show you one that we're finding a lot of our information in. This is taking a while. Should be up here in a second. All right, so usually it's showing a whole lot. I don't know why it's doing this right now, but WebPath Express is the one that you're going to want to look at first. It has typically a ton of resources for you, and it's got the ones that typically are the most helpful. It's usually on top. Like I said, usually there are a lot of other ones underneath. I don't know why they're not showing up for me right now, but if you click here to show the resources, it's going to give you a lot of different ones here. Notice this one here is a video. I could watch it and take some notes, but I want to read this description here to see what it's about. And then I can also look below and see, oh, this is a video for kindergartners, first and second graders. This is probably not something that I would use for my research, so I'm going to keep going. If I scroll down, I will find the USA Swimming website. This tells me where the latest meets will be, who's doing great. I can ask questions. I can get a tip of the week, find out how to keep in top swimming shape. And this might be useful for me. Let me go ahead and save this one. Okay, let me keep going. The science of swimming. Ooh, it's telling scientific things about drag and buoyancy and turbulence and how we kind of explaining the science behind swimming. Okay, that sounds interesting. Let me add that. So you could go through, once you have 3 or maybe 4, maybe 2 good resources, if you go back to your collection, you'll be able to take a look at those in more detail. So remember, this was a private collection, so I'm going to have to click on private. When I open my collection, I will see the different resources that I've put in there. Remember this one, the book, I'm going to have to get off of the shelf, but I put it in there to remember that I had it. So when I go back to the Media Center, I'll go grab that book. I want to check out the Science of Swimming article. So I see like an image and I see a little bit of text, but I'm going to actually want to click on the link to show me the full article. Then I'll start reading this and we'll be able to be taking some notes. Remember yesterday you filled out your magazine planning graphic organizer and you listed the topics that you wanted to potentially include for the different text structures in your magazine. So make sure you're thinking about those and paying attention for those topics as you read. You might realize, you might come across something that you hadn't thought of before, and it might be the perfect topic for a problem and solution article, and you might like that better than what your idea was yesterday. And that's fine. You can change your mind at this point. If you have some more information that you find, and you want to change a topic for one of your articles, that's fine. So if you were absent, I hope you've got an idea of how you can start looking for information. We're going to be going back to the Media Center tomorrow on Friday to continue our research. And I'd be happy to help you and answer questions that you have then. I hope this gives you a little bit of an idea of what we did and a way to get started.